How are you so fluent in Hindi?
Bollywood movies, yeah. No, I've just been...
Have you ever seen Telugu movies before actually acting in it?
Okay, honestly, not really. I had a very, like, you know how a lot of old Telugu films have this stigma of like action and
sumos flying.
Yeah, all that like crazy, all those gundas, and there's like a very stereotypical, you know, Telugu or, you know, South industry and all that. So I had that notion before, but my God.
In Appatlo Okkadundevadu, like you had to learn cricket also for the movie.
Yeah.
So did you know cricket before that?
Okay, not really. I mean, I'd watch like, you know, World Cup and all that. Saal mein ek do baar dekhti hu.
But if not movies, where do you see yourself to be? So are you back here for good?
Maybe, probably not.
So what course are you doing?
I'm doing finance. So
That is so different.
It's very different, yeah.
I've done finance too, same thing. Are you like restricting yourself to a particular language, or you're okay with doing any language movies?
No, yeah, there's no restriction.
Not even like movies only, like you're open
Not
for
movies, I'm open to anything.
What character do you play in the new movie? So now that you're watching Tollywood movies, who's your favorite actor?
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna be really basic.
Everybody, everybody.
I was like,
what's your favorite movie?
My movie, Appatlo.
Music? Dance? Are you single? Quickly. Hi Sasha.
Hi.
So I was doing a lot, I thought I'll do research on this interview, and I was trying to like see your social media. You're so inactive on Instagram.
Yeah, actually that is a bad habit of mine. Everyone is posting every day, pictures, stories, something, Snapchat, Instagram pe, but meri aadat nahi hai, like I have to force myself, okay, I have to Instagram this, I have to take a picture. So I'm slowly getting into the habit of posting and stuff, but very bad about
Because
that.
like every celebrity is so active, no? That's how they're getting all their marketing done.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point actually. Even after this, I will Instagram something about this.
Yeah,
too.
you should.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
So how you plan to go about it? How you plan to get active on Instagram?
It's just, I think you just have to kind of force yourself, or like remind yourself every day कि यार एक चीज़ करना है आज Facebook पे, Instagram पे कुछ तो करना है, plan करना है. So I just have to.
Have you
get better at
always been
planning.
like that? You've been very like...
Always. Like, since I got a Facebook or Instagram when I was like 12, 13 years old, I post every few weeks, few months, whenever something happens, right? So I have to start posting every day.
How are you outside? Like, are you a very social person? Or?
Yeah. Like, I would definitely say I'm an extrovert, and I love socializing in any situation and stuff. So, yeah, what about you?
Me, I'm very social.
Yeah, I love socializing.
So, how did this journey happen? How did you start with movies?
Yeah, so I mean, basically, since I was a kid, I've been dancing, singing, but I'm not very good at singing. But, and I've been dancing since the age of 3. I've done Bollywood, I did classical for some time. I learned hip hop, jazz and all that. So obviously dancing, there's a lot of acting involved, right? Like with expressions and everything.
Yeah.
So I've had that passion for performing arts for quite some time. And then in 6th grade, I auditioned for like a theater show in my school. And I got the lead role, and I had never been involved in theater or anything like that. So it was like a huge shock, and yeah, 6th grade, everyone makes a big deal of everything, right? So it was like, shit, she got the lead role and stuff. So after that, I kind of explored my passion for like onstage acting, theater and all. I did plenty of shows in school. I did community theater. There's a theater company called Theatre Britain. So that was like my first time where I had to do it in an accent. So I had a British accent the entire show. And yeah, basically I just kind of slowly realized that I really love acting. And that's when I decided to move to Mumbai for a year in 2014. Mumbai mein har koi aata hai, sapna dikhta hai, Bollywood mein jana hai. So I went and I started doing ads, and you know, a lot of people get into films by doing modeling,
Yeah.
web series, all that kind of stuff. So I tried a little bit of everything. I did some YouTube series. That was actually interesting too, because I had to like have this typical Mumbai ki ladki accent, you know, and like I don't know if you can tell, but I have a slightly American accent, so I had to kind of practice and get that like girl from Delhi, girl from Mumbai accent. So yeah, I did some web stuff and some advertisements, and then I got a call for. I was there for a year, entire year, and after like maybe 10 months or so, I got a call from some agency. Like they had my pictures from somewhere, and they were like, they're casting for this Telugu film in the south, and they want like a young girl. And I came when I was 16, so tab se I knew that I really wanted to go into this field. So by that time, after a year, I was 17, and they came and they auditioned, and they were looking for an 18-year-old like young character. So I auditioned, I went for the look test, I got the part, and that's like how I did my first Telugu film. And yeah, it's been a long but like fun journey. I met a lot of great people along the way, did some cool courses and stuff. I did a workshop with Neeraj Kabi, so he's a phenomenal actor, phenomenal teacher, and I learned a lot from him. So yeah,
So you were doing your education parallelly.
I was. Yeah, so I was studying online.
Okay.
There's a university. I'm from Dallas, Texas. So there's an Austin university. University of Texas at Austin has an online high school program.
Okay.
So simultaneously, I was finishing my high school.
So do you
diploma.
ever feel that you were missing out on high school?
Honestly, sometimes I feel like, yeah, like, you know, I wish I had that high school, college experience. I've chosen like a different path and stuff. But there's a lot of benefits, and like I feel like the things I will learn right now will help me immensely in life. Like I don't regret anything, obviously.
You're exploring your passion.
Yeah,
also.
and I mean high school mein kya, you go for your friends and all, right?
Yeah.
So even in this field, you make friends, you socialize. So aise koi issue nahi hai.
So you were born and brought up in America.
Yeah, I was actually born in Canada, but I shifted to US when I was 3 years old. So tab se I'm there.
Okay. How are you so fluent in Hindi?
Bollywood movies, yeah. No, I've just been watching movies since I was a little kid. Like that's all we did. There's a couple of theaters in Dallas. Now there's more. There was only one theater when I was like very young that used to show Hindi and Telugu, Tamil movies. So we used to go there like weekly. We used to watch a movie. So I've been watching Hindi movies like from my childhood. So that, and then also my mom and I have a dance academy in Dallas, Masti Dance Academy. So for that, almost every summer we've been coming to India for costumes and stuff.
Okay.
So we come like summers mein aate, meet our relatives and stuff. So yeah.
So you were very close to Bollywood also. That way, if you had a dance academy, you always.
Yeah, exactly. So Hindi songs and all that, and my parents made sure that I learned some Hindi at least. And Abhi it's not very good, but I manage.
I saw your dance on the Drunken Drive song from Chalo.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank
Have you
you.
learned dance before?
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've done like hip hop, jazz, and stuff like I mentioned, but Bollywood, it's kind of self-taught. My mom is a dancer too, so she, like, I grew up dancing with her kind of. So it was like always a fun activity, and yeah, Bollywood dance, so khoon mein. Yeah.
Have you ever seen Telugu movies before actually acting in it?
Okay, honestly, not really. I had a very like, you know how a lot of old Telugu films have this stigma of like action and
Sumos flying.
yeah, all that like crazy, all those gundas, and there's like a very stereotypical,
Yeah.
you know, Telugu or you know South industry and all that. So had that notion before, but my God, I think it's like the second or third biggest film industry or something like that. I read recently, but I didn't watch a lot of movies before, but now that I'm like kind of getting into the industry and acting and stuff, like weekly I'm watching again. I'm going to the theaters and watching a film. It's awesome. Like I love it. But I'm slowly starting to learn like a lot of the big names and stuff. Nito, I didn't know anything before.
And how did you act in this language? It must have been very alien to you, no?
Very hard, man. I'm starting to learn slowly. Like a lot of my Telugu friends in Dallas and all, they're teaching me, so that's good. But no, it was very difficult at first. They would come and like bring the script, and it was not given in advance. They don't usually give the script in advance because they change it based on the actor's ability and stuff, they kind of change it
Yeah.
on the spot, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the times. So he would bring the script, the assistant director would bring and kind of explain and teach me and all. And us time pe I knew like zero Telugu, like not even anything. So it was very difficult. It would take me like 15-20 minutes. By the time the shot was ready, I would just give it my best, give it my all. One or two times, if it was like a really long dialogue, then I would they would just prompt it from the back and just tell me beforehand ki kya emotion dena hai, kya, you know, what exactly it means.
Yeah.
Then I would just repeat what he's saying from the back. So I think a lot of the times they do prompting also.
So you're a Punjabi, right?
I'm not Punjabi, I'm Sindhi actually.
Okay.
But my
because it's that Sasha Singh.
Yeah, but my like screen name or whatever I'm using for acting purposes is Singh.
So what's your actual name?
It's Sasha Peshwani.
Yeah, because every Sindhi has an Ani at the end, almost.
Yeah.
A lot of Sindhis
Yeah. So it's I'm a nani. Yeah.
So when you choose your script, what do you look for right now?
See, I think that's one very difficult thing is the most important thing. It doesn't matter how small the film is, you know what, who are the actors, like all that matters if it's a powerful script, powerful story, if it's executed well, it can go like big places, right? For example, everyone knows Pelli Chuplu.
Yeah.
It was kind of like out of nowhere, everyone was like, oh shit, like this is awesome, and that's because the story was done and it was executed properly, right? So, I mean, right now I'm just looking for scripts which are new and kind of exploring unique concepts and stuff because the industry is changing so much, right? Like every film you go and see now, every good film is exploring something new. It's not your typical love story and all. So anything that seems appealing, I like all kinds of genres. The only thing I can't do is like horror movies. That's the hard one.
You can't watch or you can't even act like
I can't watch. I haven't attempted acting.
Yeah.
But like when I was in Mumbai,
but would you like if
I think if it was like really like Bhagamati, I don't know if you saw Bhagamati or Pari, I haven't seen, but I watched Bhagamati, that kind of thing. Like if it was that kind of story, I would be able to do it. Like if there's a, you know, story involved and stuff.
Yeah.
Horror movies, a lot of like it's hard, I'm sure, to act in it and stuff. Like it takes a lot of talent. So any story which is captivating and leaves the audience, when they leave the theater, they should be thinking. You know, if it's a comedy film, they should be laughing, they should be like thinking of the jokes, they should leave with something. Like they should take away something from the film, right? And so I think good scripts leave an effect on people. If it's like some drama film or some period film or something, they should just leave the theater thinking, I'm going to make a lifestyle change or I'm going to change something about the way I do something. Like it should just have an effect on people. So yeah, if I listen to a script narration and after I leave the meeting and I'm thinking about the script and I'm like, dude, this is like awesome, it can really leave an effect on someone, then I'll go for it.
Apart from the script, what do you look for in a movie?
I think like the way of executing it is very important because you can have like an awesome script, awesome, you know, storyline, but at the end of the day, if they're inexperienced crew or cast members, then you won't get that full like feeling of the film, right? I think you have to look for like what the director's vision is. Script can be one thing, you can interpret it in one way, but the director's interpretation of something is like completely different, right? So just the way they explain, like for example, I did my first film, Appatlo Okkadundevadu. So usme, excuse my pronunciation by the way, I don't know if I'm saying it right. In that film, the director, Chandra Sagar, very talented guy. He was amazing. When he told me the script, he told me like ek shot how he envisioned it. So usse hisab se you kind of understand ki he has a really good idea of what he wants, what he sees. So if you kind of can even grasp the director's vision a little bit, then you're set, you know? So I think it all depends on what the director and cinematographer DOP sees. So he constantly on sets, he was like walking around. I'm not even kidding you, he put his hand on his head like this. He was looking down and just pacing back and forth. There was not one moment where he was just sitting khaliyat and just watching the actors or watching what was happening. He was constantly thinking like next scene kya hoga, details and all that. So
So like I heard in one of Ranveer's interviews that he said I have to be in love with the director to actually act in that movie. So do you think it's very important for you to like the director?
बहुत, yeah. Like, you should trust the director and the director's vision. You should understand what exactly they want. So it's very, very important. Even more than the actors, you should have chemistry with the director. So no, I think it's all his work, right? So at the end of the day, any movie, the credit goes all to the director and DOP, I think, in their vision.
In Appatlo Okkadundevadu, like you had to learn cricket also for the movie.
Yeah.
So did you know cricket before that?
Okay, not really. I mean, I'd watched like, World Cup and all that. Saal mein ek do baar dekhti hu cricket before. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun learning. My actually Mamu, my mom's brother, huge fan of cricket. Like bachpan se he plays on the weekends. He plays all the time. So I was in Canada. They live in Canada, and he was like teaching me. More than me having fun, he was enjoying. I get to teach my bhanji cricket. But I learned a little bit from him, basics and stuff. And then in India, Sree Vishnu ji actually, he, I think on the side, or maybe he's very passionate about cricket. So he was teaching me like before the shot, ki yaar kaise karna hai. Everyone on set was enjoying. Between the shots and during lunch break and all, sab jaake they were going and playing on the side. So from that I learned a little. Mainly I just had one thing, which is a switch hit shot. So basically from one side you have to like pura take a 180 turn. So like jump with your legs and then switch your hand direction and hit it. So I had that one difficult thing, but I got it. I was surprised by myself. Like I did pretty decent.
Did you do some homework or did you like
I looked up online like YouTube based switch hit shot. I saw like a couple videos and stuff. I practiced a little bit here and there, like throwing. Actually, you know what else helped a lot? I was playing the background people, the junior artists. They were actually 12 and under, like actually girls that played. So they were from a team.
Oh.
So they were actual cricket players. They came and they were teaching. They were like, akka, akka, learn how to catch and stuff. So side me, they were like kind of telling me and teaching me how. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun with them.
Did you go to theatre back in school?
Yeah. I did theatre in high school, and then I did community theatre and all. So, yeah.
So do you think it's an advantage, like in America, you guys can do theatre in school apart from your education, right? Like that usually doesn't happen. Like you can, but
definitely, yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of schools here, or the system is changing now. But extracurriculars, like I was very fortunate to have those options and the luxury of choosing. I want to do music, I want to do theater, or like band, art. I think they prepare you in high school and in middle school. Ki, what do you want to do in college?
Apart from education.
Apart
also,
from your normal core education and stuff. So there are lots of options for electives and all that. So I took theater, I took choir for some time, I did music, and I played the bass clarinet actually. I was such a band geek. I was such a band nerd. So I played the bass clarinet, and all my friends were like band geeks, and yeah.
So do you think it's an advantage to explore like your interests when you're really young itself?
Yeah, exactly, right? Like if I hadn't danced, if I wasn't able to do theater at such a young age, I would have no clue that I was into all this, right?
Yeah.
It's after I did theater, I actually did a few pageants also. So that's when I like started. I love this performance high. I love being on stage. It's addictive. Like I'm sure you know when you're talking in front of the camera, when you're talking with people, it's an addictive feeling to like be on camera or be on stage. Like just looking out in the audience and hearing people.
I think it's the most fun thing just to be in front of the camera.
Exactly. So after that, I kind of realized that I really want to pursue this. So after that, I started doing some modeling and stuff. Mera height nahi hai to be a supermodel. I wish, gosh. But like just small things. I did few runway shows. I started hosting a lot. I won a pageant. So
this is all back in America.
All back there, yeah.
Okay.
But my teenage years are when I kind of explored all this stuff, and I realized that I want to make this into a career. So I was 15, I think. I was Miss Teen Asian American Texas. Okay. So after that, I got a lot of like volunteer opportunities to work with kids, do a lot of hosting, emceeing. So Yeah, it's awesome that there's some platform provided for young girls there, and in India also now it's starting a lot, where there's a platform where you can kind of explore your talents, explore your passions, and pursue them further. So I'm very lucky, and I've had the support of my family also, so that's good.
Did you have a moment where you thought, that's it, I'm gonna go and try my luck in India? What was the moment where you decided you want to pursue your career in acting?
I think there were like a lot of small moments like that, but every time, specifically coming to India and acting, every time I would go to theater, there's a theater in Dallas called Fun Asia. So like Ma and I would go weekly and watch Bollywood movies, like I mentioned, right? So when I would just sit in the theater and look up, I was like, I want to use whatever talent I have, explore it, and I want to see myself up there, like one day, no matter what. And like with the luck, with the support of my parents and God's grace and everything, I saw my film in that theater itself. So I made sure when they were releasing Appatlo, I was like, please release it in Dallas, release it in this theater so I can sit at the theater where I've been watching movies my whole life and watch my film. So I was lucky I got to do that. But it's just something about the theater going experience which really inspired me. Like, I want to see my film up there one day.
So when you told your parents that you want to do this, were they very supportive of it?
Yeah, very supportive, very supportive. They were not shocked at all. They weren't surprised because bachpan se I'd been dancing in front of the TV and doing a lot of masti and like performing everywhere.
Yeah.
So they kind of had an idea that I wanted to do this as a career. So I had unconditional support. I know it's very difficult for a lot of young girls and young males here in India, yeah, even in America, where sab kuch chhod chhad ke they come and they try to pursue acting, and it's very difficult, I'm sure, cutting family ties and all, because it's not your typical like career path, right? So I was lucky. My sister, my mom, my dad, everyone like was a great support. My friends were very excited and supportive. So yeah.
Did you think of a backup when you were going to do this? Like, in case this didn't work, I'd probably just
no,
yeah.
No, backup nahi hona chahiye.
Wanted this only.
Yeah. Backup nahi hona chahiye, because then you're not giving it your all, right? If you kind of give the universe the message that like this is all I want, then it'll happen.
But if not movies, where do you see yourself to be?
So we have a dance academy actually, right?
Yeah.
So I think I would hopefully like to pursue dancing, and I love working with kids. So we teach kids. So ideally I'd like to grow our dance school, grow as a teacher, grow as a dancer, and kind of see, I mean, it's a small business, right? So I'm actually in school, I'm studying business right now, finance. So probably I'd need to step up my game and learn a lot more and run a business with my mom, but I would see myself there, I guess.
So what's your next project now?
So next project is starting actually, I think in 6 days or 7 days my shoot is starting.
Okay.
Schedule has already started, they're already shooting with the other actors, but this is a Ramesh Shamala film. So Ramesh Shamala, he's done Columbus, and he was involved with the script writing for Ishq. So he's a writer, director, he's actually an actor also, he's done a couple films a while back. So yeah, so it's a Ramesh Shamala film, and basically it's kind of like, to put it in perspective, it's like Dil Chahta Hai or Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara kind of a film, where it follows the lives of 3-4 friends and their love stories and their lives parallel, and how they kind of come together. So at the end of the film, it's like a happy, good feel kind of film where it focuses on their friendship and their love. So yeah, I think the trend is changing a lot. Like after Happy Days, there's a lot of friends kind of films, right? Where there's a lot of different
things
cast
you can
members.
relate to, like very like
Yeah, exactly. So that's like kind of the concept of the film, and I'm playing opposite Adit Arun.
Okay.
So from Garuda Vega fame, and he's done a couple of Tamil movies and Telugu movies also.
I've actually interviewed Adit.
Okay, you did?
That,
yeah, so I'm playing opposite him, and a couple other cast members are Prince, maybe you know from Big Boss, and he's done a lot of films, and Priyadarshi. So I'm super excited to work with those actors. I haven't worked with any of them before, so this will be awesome. And a couple other of the lead females are being finalized and stuff, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm very excited. They've already started, they already shot with Prince a little bit, and it's interesting because it's some in Hyderabad and some foreign, as in Singapore and Malaysia and stuff. So I get to go on a trip, so I'm excited for that.
Singapore's amazing. I studied there.
Singapore was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I've never been there before, so.
What attracted you to this script?
So when he narrated it again, I kind of saw his vision and his passion. Ramesh Shamla, his passion is like crazy. Like he seems very adamant on making this a successful film, and the cast is also very talented. I think like all of these actors, I've seen their work before, so I'm very excited to see like how they act in this film. And the script, I can't really say much because it's still pre-production and production right now, so it's not like fully they're giving out all the information and stuff. But the script is very engaging. Like when he was narrating the script, I was just sitting there like, oh my god, keep talking. Like tell me the end. Yeah, I don't want to stop listening to you talk. So it was very engaging, and there's a lot of twists and stuff. So it's gonna be a good film. I'm excited.
How happy are you with how your career is going at this point?
I'm pretty happy. I'm just generally a happy person, so I think I'll be happy no matter what. But it's definitely like for aspiring actors out there and for people that are in this field, it is not easy. Like it's definitely a struggle because everything takes time, right? Someone has an idea for a script, ek saal lag jata hai script banane mein, and then they start casting and then production and stuff. So it's just a long process. So it's a lot of patience, a lot of waiting. Luckily, I'm in Hyderabad and I'm enjoying myself, I'm networking, I'm meeting people and in talks for some other films and stuff, so hopefully something works out soon and is finalized. But I'm chilling here, I'm enjoying the city, I'm loving the food, so I'm patient, and that's what's important.
So are you back here for good?
Maybe, probably not. I'm here for a month for now, definitely, and then after that we'll see. I've only been to Hyderabad 2 times before. So only for projects and filming and stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully something works out and then I stay here longer.
What about India? Like, are you in India for good, if not Hyderabad?
My home is Dallas, Texas. So my home is there. So I'll definitely be going back and forth for now. But we'll see long term, maybe I'll settle here. I don't know.
Are you doing college also?
I am, yeah. So my college is going simultaneously online.
Okay.
So aajkal easy hai, correspondence online.
I know.
So it's pretty good. It's pretty convenient, timings and everything. So yeah.
So what course are you doing?
I'm doing finance. So
that is so different.
It's very different, yeah.
I've done finance too, same pinch.
Okay, you have?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's a little different, but I was wanting to study theater or do a minor in film acting or something like that also. So I was looking into that, but that was not offered online. You have to be there.
Yeah.
So maybe if I have some time after studying finance, I would.
You could do a short course also.
I'd love to. Yeah.
So you're doing your bachelor's right now?
I'm doing my undergrad. Yeah.
Okay.
So finance, because like we own the dance academy, so thoda bahut business mein interest hai, and I like running a company. So us hisab se I'm learning how to do that effectively.
So are you doing some homework because you have to talk in Telugu now in your new movie also?
I am trying. My homework, I know this is kind of an excuse, but my homework is just like going and watching films. So I'm like, if I go watch films, I'll pick up the language, yeah. So wo mera excuse hai jaane ka. But besides that, like I'm just attempting to listen to songs, listen to the radio. If you immerse yourself in the language, then you pick up things, right? So, and then what I do actually, this is kind of weird. But when I'm in a show watching a movie, like I watched Awe recently, a couple of new Telugu films, right? So when I'm in the theater, during intermission, I will literally listen and be like, okay, I haven't heard this word before. I'll write it in my notes and then I'll go home and then I'll Google it, ki iska matlab kya hai. And so I just, maybe every day or every other day, have like a list of 10 words that I want to memorize. And then if you have that root word, then you can, when you listen to it, you can recognize it, so. There's no structure of exactly how I'm learning.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm just trying to.
How far did you get though?
I think I can understand like maybe 50%. And if you give me something like a script, I can probably read it and memorize it within like couple minutes. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to speak fluently soon. But yeah.
Are you like restricting yourself to a particular language, or you're okay with doing any language movies?
No, yeah, there's no restriction. I think good scripts, good projects can come from anywhere. Web series, short films. Tamil industry I've heard is phenomenal also, and it's very acting based. No, anywhere. So if I
Not even like movies only, like you're open
not
for
movies,
like,
I'm open to anything. Yeah, like I mean, I love theater also, right? So if there's a really great show that comes along, there's actually a couple of shows that were happening in Dallas and stuff, but it's very difficult to manage dates and schedules, right?
Yeah.
So once you commit, especially for theater, once you commit to something, it takes months of rehearsals and stuff. So that's a little more difficult, but there's no restriction as such. Like, if there's good work, then go for it. I would
Were
say.
you always very close to the Indian community, even in
Yeah, dude.
America?
Yeah. I love all the celebrations, all the holidays. My favorite Ganesh Chaturthi hai. So we, just like how in Hyderabad, Dhoom Dham ke you celebrate everything. So back in Dallas, like I grew up celebrating all these festivals and being close with culture and language and stuff. So I'd like to think at least. Yeah.
Who is your biggest critic when it comes to choosing scripts or anything? Do you take someone's suggestion?
I do. I think I listen to my mom's opinion the most because everyone says, yeah, Ma sab janti hai, she knows what's best. So she kind of like is my partner in helping me choose things, and it's always good to have a second opinion, right? So I like to call her my momager. So she's like my manager, my mom combined. So yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, she guides me through everything, and it's always good to listen to the experience of elder people. I mean, another thing I do is if there's something I'm confused about, like for example recently I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a web series or not because I wasn't sure about the script fully. I was like, this could be a huge success, it could not be, and especially with web series it's difficult to tolerate. So when I have like a confusion or a dilemma like that, I'll actually go to, I asked Sagar once for an opinion, Chandra Sagar, or I'll go to people that are in the industry and kind of have an idea of how things will turn out. So I'll go to my friends here that are in Hyderabad, or people that are more experienced, that have been in the industry for a while, and ask them for their opinion. So that's usually helpful.
And what motivates you?
What motivates me? I think, like I said, right, that addiction or that performance high. I think that in itself is all the motivation you need, right, to do what you love. Some people get that from picking up a paintbrush and painting, and that's their, that's their peacefulness. It's like a source of meditation. When you're doing what you love, then it's almost like there's this peace inside of you. So that in itself is plenty of motivation for me.
What character do you play in the new movie?
So I play like a happy-go-lucky, very confident, very bold kind of like girl. Just a city girl. Yeah, it's like your typical, I'm trying to think of a, like in Break Ke Baad or Cocktail, like how Deepika is just totally carefree, totally chill as a type. That's my character. I can't really say much about the script, right? But yeah, so it's like mainly a love story, and actually it's 3-4 love stories parallel. So my character like falls in love, and you just see the journey of how that happens, and these friends go on a trip together. So wo pura, it's a lot of comedy, it's a lot of fun, romance.
So you told me that you came here, the moment you realized you wanted to act, you had the luxury to just fly back and explore your options, right? Like,
yeah.
Would you call that like a luxury or a privilege to just take a break and explore?
Yeah, it's hard work though, obviously. But I kind of have to go back because of our dance academy. So, like a lot of things are very hands-on. So until we're there and managing everything, it doesn't run smoothly. So we have to go there for work also. So I'm working here, working there. So I mean, it is kind of a luxury that I'm able to come here and I have the support of my family and stuff. But it's a struggle everywhere, right? It's hard work for everyone.
It's not like you took a complete break.
It's not like, yeah, holiday pe chalo, let's go. Yeah. It's not like a complete break. It was a little difficult.
So now that you're watching Tollywood movies, who's your favorite actor?
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna be really basic and say Vijay Deverakonda.
Everybody.
That's why I was like, I'm gonna be basic here. He's very talented and like doesn't heard that he's really good looking too. So I'd say he's one of my favorites. But if you want to go for like one of the more classic people, or like a little bit older, more experienced people, I would say Venkatesh is like one of my favorites. And yeah, I watched Bodyguard like a few months back, and after that I was like totally fida about Venkatesh. So he's one of my favorites for sure. What
do you
about
like?
you?
Me, Naga Chaitanya.
Naga Chaitanya.
I love him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, what do you like in Vijay Devarkonda?
I think his acting is phenomenal.
Very good looking also.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt that he's like super good looking. But he has that angry young man kind of a vibe going, and that's very attractive, that's very appealing. So honestly, besides good looks, I think he's a fantastic actor. In Pelli Chuplu, in Arjun Reddy, fantastic. I'm excited to see what he does, you know. I like all the actors. Yeah, Nani. I love Nani also.
Naksha is also very good looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? My movie. Appatlo.
Apart from that?
I haven't seen so many yet. Like I don't have like a huge list of options, but
if there was a movie that you would want to be a part of, like you wished you were a part of it.
Okay, I think I really liked Fida because of Sai Pallavi's character.
Yeah.
I think that is such a fun character to play. Like totally carefree. Like she was just bindas. Like I was like, oh my god. Like
she
I
was
hope
a
I get
feminist in a lot. Not like the extreme feminist I'm saying, but
yeah.
like I like the whole concept.
Oh yeah. Like you left the film saying like there's, you know, girl power. Like it was very you know, girl-centric, female-centric film. Like if you had to ask who was the main character of the film, I wouldn't say Varun Tej. I would say it was Sai Pallavi, right?
Yeah.
So that's awesome that nowadays films are being made like on the girl character. So I think if I could, I would love to be part of that project. And also because partially it was shot in Austin, which is a few hours drive from my home. So I would love to have been part of that film. It was fun. Also, it was a little easier to understand because it was based in US. So I watched it without subtitles, so I understood mostly everything.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of English also. So for me, it was a little easy.
What's your dream character?
Dream character? I would say this is not really a dream character, but this is like more of a concept. But for purane zamane mein, in old Hindi films, old Telugu films, how they used to like shoot songs that were very simple and just all with the eyes and expressions and eyebrows and stuff, right? I would love to play like a role which required a lot of that kind of style of shooting. So yeah, that's not really a character, but just something which is like very simple.
Very expressive with the
very expressive, very simple but effective. Yeah, I would love to be a part of a song which is like how the old-timey, you know, film songs are. Shot in one place, no budget, no nothing. They have the actors and that's all you need. And it's very captivating, right? So I'd love to be a part of something like that.
Do you have a dream director to work with?
Shekhar Kamala. I think his story is very inspirational in the sense that he did IT, I believe. He worked in America, and then after all that, he was like, I'm passionate about script writing, I'm passionate about directing, and he came and he did a successful film. Yeah. And that in itself says that, you know, passion drives everything. So if you truly, truly love something, you can make it work. So I think he's a phenomenal director, and also, I mean, I really enjoyed Fida, so yeah.
I think his stories have things we can relate to. It's not really
definitely.
Yeah.
I think the industry is changing a lot. Like you look for yourself in characters in films now, right?
Yeah.
It's not all like we're watching a hero and heroine on screen. So you try to find yourself in the characters. Like in Awe. Awe was damn cool. Like I really, really enjoyed it. Because it was not just one, you know, character that they were focusing on. There's a lot of people, equal importance. And one thing was I was having a difficult time understanding because there was no subtitles, but it was really unique, and I'd love to explore any films like that, which are exploring new concepts.
That's also a very challenging
role
to do. Any role in Awe, for that matter.
Yeah. Very. And even in that, I feel like when you're dancing for songs or when you're doing very large scale production and stuff, it's a little bit easier to hide your mistakes in the sense that, you know, wide angle shots and all that, you can kind of get away with things. But in Awe, it was like all set in one place. It was a lot of, you know, close camera angles and stuff, so it was all expressive. Like, there was never a point where acting was like not important or you were distracted by a song, by anything else. So it's very, very challenging, I'm sure. I'm sure. And kudos to all the actors that were in that film.
So, okay, not restricting yourself to Tollywood, but what's your favorite movie otherwise?
Ooh, okay. My favorite movie is like, I'm a typical 90s kid, so Kuch Kuch Hota is my favorite.
I somehow expected that, you know, for some reason.
I'm your typical, like, you know, Shah Rukh Khan, old Purane Zamane ke, Hum Aapke Hai Kaun, that kind of girl. So, I know, very basic, right? All my answers are very basic, I'm sorry. But yeah, Kuch Kuch Hota is my favorite film.
Is Shah Rukh Khan your favorite actor?
I mean, in that time, I loved Shah Rukh, I loved Salman. So I think that was a different time. And now I'd say like my favorite actor in Bollywood is probably Varun Dhawan or Imran Khan. So Imran Khan, I feel like all of his films are very like hatke. They're not very mainstream or typical. So he's one of my favorite actors. And okay, I could just go on and on about all my favorite movies. But one more movie I wanted to mention was Break Ke Baad. Break Ke Baad is my like one of my favorite films. It's very relatable. It's very like set in a contemporary modern setting, and it's like a love story which could actually happen, not like just a filmy love story like Kuch Kuch Hota. Gosh, that could happen. That would be awesome.
I know.
But Break Ke Baad is a very like realistic kind of love story. So yeah. I'm sappy. I love romance films, comedy. What's your favorite film?
In Bollywood?
Anything.
I like Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. I think it's good. I wouldn't say the story is amazing or anything, but throughout the movie you would never get bored.
Awesome, yeah. Very good film. I love Deepika.
I love Ranveer also. So yeah. I'll quickly ask you a few questions. Tell me the first thing that pops up in your mind.
Okay. Hey, like in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Let's play that game. Cool, let's do it.
Love.
Dosti.
Celebrity crush?
Varun Dhawan.
If you woke up to be Varun Dhawan, what would be the first thing you'd do?
I would look at my abs. I would check myself out and be like, damn, I look good.
Movies?
Pichi. Crazy.
Texas?
Big.
Weirdest habit?
Like I always listen to music, so like in the shower, cooking, any point, like there has to be some music in the background, and just like dancing and doing anything.
What if you're studying? You'd still listen to music?
Yeah. Bad habit actually, it's not a good habit. I'm always listening to music.
Music?
Tollywood?
Dance?
Acting?
Are you single? Quickly.
Yeah.
Foodie?
Very big. Especially Hyderabad aane ke baad. Oh my god.
Favorite movie? Favorite food, sorry.
Lately, honestly, biryani.
Because you're in Hyderabad or just generally?
Because I'm in Hyderabad, I think.
Do you like Hyderabadi biryani?
Love it. I'm a vegetarian though. It's a little hard to find good places, but yeah.
Favorite fashion?
Like fashion icon or
no, just what you like.
Okay, vintage, yeah.
Explain vintage. Like.
Okay, yeah. So like I don't know if you've seen Zooey Deschanel. She's like my fashion guru, like my fashion icon. So like in the in the TV series New Girl, I just like look at her outfits, I study them, and I'm like, I want to get something just like that. So she's kind of like my inspiration. So basically vintage as in 50s, 60s, 70s, that kind of era, like but you know, those huge wing
eyeliner
and that like look, I really enjoy that. So
even like Indian.
Yeah, even Indian
Indian
for sure.
retro look, I meant.
Retro, yeah. Indian retro look. That's why when you said like what's your dream character, and I said like wo purane zamana ka, I just love that look. So yeah.
Have you learned like Indian dance also? Because that involves a lot of expressions, no?
Yeah, I learned Bharatanatyam for some time when I was very young. But besides that, I would love to learn actually Kathak or something. Kathak is a lot of expressions and a lot of grace, so I would love to learn something like that. But I know like semi-classical folk and stuff. I love Garba. My favorite to Bhangra hai. I love Bhangra. You can do that anywhere.
Oh, it's like you're a Punjabi by heart.
Oh yeah, I am pakka Punjabi by heart. So I know like folk dances and stuff. Do you dance?
I can't.
You can't?
I can't. I can sing, but I can't dance.
You can sing?
Yeah.
Cool. You teach me singing, I'll teach you dance.
Done. Perfect.
Okay.
So what's a fashion, no, like a dressing sense that you wish didn't exist? A style, sorry, not a dressing sense.
Style that didn't exist. That's like really mean, right? For people that like that style. Okay, I don't like pointy shoes. I know I'm gonna...
Same here.
You don't?
No.
Oh my gosh. Because that's like a very common fashion trend right now. And if you like it, good for you, wear it. But I just personally don't like it. I don't know. I never liked
something
it.
evil for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, like just this, you know, evil feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that fashion trend. But you do you. If you like it, I don't want to offend anyone because I know a lot of people like that.
Yeah. The last time you got caught lying?
I'm actually trying to think if I lied in this interview. No, I don't think I did. Yeah, the small, chote lies, like white lies, everyone does, right?
Yeah.
So probably like yesterday or something, I don't remember.
Something that moved you recently?
Something that moved me. I watched a video yesterday. This is really cheesy and silly. But I watched a video of like this baby kissing his like younger brother on the cheek, and it was super cute. So that moved me. I get moved very easily. So I started laughing and crying at everything. So it was just like a cute baby video, but yeah. Something that moves me a lot is animals. So like if I could ever get into any organization or charity or anything, it would definitely be helping animals in India.
So when you act, like when you're on sets, like do you find language a barrier, not on screen but off screen?
Off screen. Honestly, like so far I haven't had any experience like that. Like I've never had any difficulty. I think everyone that I've worked with is very sweet and like kind of adapting. So if they know I don't speak, then they'll only talk to me in Hindi or English. So I've just worked with nice people, so I don't think I've ever had an issue like that. Sometimes it's a little difficult because if all the crew members are speaking in Telugu and they're talking about the camera angle in the shot and stuff, you have to kind of be like, sir, or like you have to talk to an assistant director, someone be like, can you please help me out and like tell me what they're saying.
Yeah.
But besides that, there's never been a big issue. Everyone is nice in Hyderabad. Sab Hindi bolte hai, sab English bolte hai. So
what all languages can you speak?
Yeah, just English, Hindi. Hindi is like kind of kacha, but that's fine. And hopefully soon I'll be able to speak Telugu fluently. And I learned French in school, so I know like very little, but that's it. I'm not that talented with languages. What about you?
English, I think.
English.
And Telugu, Hindi, yeah.
Okay.
That's about it.
Nothing exotic.
Nothing fancy.
We're not that exotic.
Too desi in life.
Yeah. बस इतना काफ़ी है यार पहले तेलुगु तो सीख लूँ.
Hindi also, the day I'll be perfect in it, I'll be really proud of myself. Okay. Did you take a break after Appatlo? Or you were doing something then also?
Yeah, I was like at that point I was kind of honestly doing admissions and stuff for college, so I was a little bit more focused on my education. That's when I had just graduated high school and I was doing admissions for college, so I was a little busy with that. But besides that, I did a lot of stuff in Dallas. There's always little things like advertisements, modeling, jewelry ads and stuff. So I was doing stuff like that. But the difficult part is, if you're not here and present in Hyderabad, it's very difficult to get things done, I've noticed. So unless you're here meeting people, meeting directors and stuff, because how will a director know your, like you said, right, chemistry with the director is very important.
Yeah.
So how will they know your style? How will they know your personality if you're not there? So it was a little difficult. I did a couple of Skype auditions and stuff from the US, but there's nothing like being face to face and interacting. That was kind of one down point. But then after that, yeah, after Appatlo, I shot one film in Dallas also, Telugu film. So that is releasing soon.
Oh, tell us about that also.
Yeah, so it was a good experience. I shot in St. Louis and Chicago and Dallas, and that's also, it has a lot of characters. It's a Friends film, so I have a small part in that, and it was fun. That was like actually the best way for language exposure. I feel like I learned a lot of Telugu and during that film. First film mein Appatlo mein I knew nothing, like no Telugu, so it was really difficult. Second film I started to learn more. So yeah, it's releasing soon on 6th March. So it's called Ameerpet to America. So it explores the concept of how kids are studying in Ameerpet and going to America, and how it's not all rosy there. It's a little difficult, and people have that notion that it's very easy, and but the lifestyle is very hard. So yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting concept.
Do you think the lifestyle is very hard? Now that you know both the lifestyles.
Yeah, yeah.
right?
I mean, I think it's a lot harder for students there, for students that come from India.
Yeah, yeah.
So you go there and you know, typically you share a room with like 6-7 people. You have to do everything on your own. Here, if you ask someone to do the dishes, make rotis, make food,
Yeah.
they probably
Yeah.
won't. But there you have to take care of yourself, take care of your house, and I mean apartment and everything. So it just depends. I think it can be difficult for some people, but lifestyle to either be, it can be amazing or it can be hard. So I think it just depends on your point or your stance or where you are in life. It doesn't matter if you're here or there. Some things are a little bit easier for me there because I've lived there my whole life, but aise kuch nahi hai that it's a lot easier or anything like that.
So on the contrary, now that you moved from there to here, how
Yeah.
easy was it for you to adapt?
Well, okay, it's a little difficult, but I mean, genuinely, I just think home is where the heart is. So if your family and friends are in some place, it's not going to be too hard to adjust there. So the biggest issue I had was not like coming from America to India and struggling and all that. Like, it wasn't difficult to, you know, adapt to the environment, but it was just kind of hard leaving my friends and family. So that was the main thing. But that's okay. I'm making friends here, so that's okay. It's always fun. Like, it's a challenge. I try to take it positively. Like, it's a challenge, and that's how you have to take it, right? Otherwise, you'll be miserable.
I know.
So, but one thing is for sure, like the culture and the food. Again, I'm stressing on the food because I love Hyderabadi khana. But that is, it's different and it's awesome. Like, it's fun. I've never seen, you know, I celebrate my first Diwali in India, my first Ganesh Chaturthi in Mumbai, in Maharashtra.
You never came back for festivals until now?
No, because we would always come during our school breaks, which was like
Yeah.
June, July.
Yeah.
So we never got to see jo bhi festivals hote hain, like in at the end of the year, matlab October and all that. Never got to see those before. So it was a lot of fun. Ganesh Chaturthi in Mumbai is like, that was like one of the best experiences I had. I'm excited to see Bonalu. First time I'm seeing how people celebrate Ugadi and stuff. So yeah.
What is your Ugadi resolution? Do you have one?
Ooh, my Ugadi.
You should make one.
I should make. Let's make one together.
Yeah.
Okay. I think mine will be, okay, first of all, I need to lose weight for this film. So that is one.
Do you want to vanish?
No, yeah, no. I need to lose weight. The Ramesh ji, he said, you have to get to size 0. So I've lost like 4 or 5 kgs, but I have to lose more. So I'm working on that, like dieting and stuff. That is one resolution. My other one would be probably just like maybe getting out more, like in the city itself, because a lot of the times I'm just busy with like meetings and stuff, so I don't get to do social things or things kind of for myself that make me happy. So yeah, self-care, right? Mental and physical health. What about you? What are your resolutions?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I think I travel a lot. I go on a lot of vacations.
Okay.
So I was thinking, and I put on a lot of weight every time I go on one. So I think I should not. I want a resolution where I'll travel without putting on
Without
weight.
putting,
Somehow.
that's very difficult, man. That's
Yeah,
so hard.
It's so hard.
I know that, trust me. I went to Mumbai recently to like visit family and stuff, and it was so difficult to say no.
I know.
Everyone's like, vada pav khao, ye khao, ghar ka khana hai, kyun nahi kha rahe ho, bahar ka nahi hai. And it's like, how much can you say no?
I know.
But yeah,
hard.
it's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's okay, we got this, we'll do it.
We'll just tell ourselves, let's just keep ourselves happy
We'll do
this
it.
year.
Yeah, yeah. It's all about that, right?
Yeah.
Mental and physical health.
Yeah.
So
On that note, thanks for being with us.
thank you for having
Wish you
me.
lots of luck. I hope I see you in lots of Telugu movies.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and thanks to iDream Media for having me. A lot of fun and nice meeting you. Hi guys, my name is Sasha Singh, Watch my interview with Charini only on iDream Media, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.